everybody, April 27th. It is going to be May next week, so the next wrap-up will be into May already. So time is whizzing by and the website is growing. And we are going to be deep into exercises in the intermediate voice course for the next few weeks into mix, which is a great time because that means that we're starting to finally put together that part of the voice that glues the other two parts of the voice together. And that's a great time because it's when we really start to learn how to connect your voice from one part to the other, what I'm always talking about, but in a building way here with the exercises. So lots of great exercises and ideas on how to help you feel your connection, and that's important. Now, if you don't understand what the middle voice is, or where middle is, or where mix is, obviously it's in the middle, anybody can figure that out, but to really know what the pressure is, I always love the idea of just having you slide a little bit up and down your range. So, for instance, if we're in chest voice, it's A. That's all chest voice right there, but if I bring it up just a little farther, in my voice classification, now if you're female or different voice classification than mine, the range when you hit that next air pressure part will be in a different place, but it's really all the same thing no matter what your voice classification is. Now if I go I got up to a certain point where the air pressure changed, and there's two places that the air pressure is going to change as you slide up through your range. One is where your mix is at, and that pressure is a little bit different, and you can feel it, you can even hear it, how it holds on in a different way. Now it continues on. That's up in head voice. And the whole idea all the time is just to learn how to release. But not only do you want to just discover where mix is, but to get in control of it. And that's what the exercises are going to accomplish. So hang in there and really work with that. It'll make a giant difference. And then when you go to the song breakdowns are perfect now because as you start to understand more about every part of your range, then the explanations and actual demonstrations of things within the song breakdowns that are specifically for that song, that everything will relate together. So I'm excited because I know it pulls things together, and everybody involved in all of this will be getting better at really understanding how the voice works. All right, well, with that said, let's just talk about specifically what got covered this last week. Back in the Listen and Recognize series, we're working on harmonic, major and minor thirds, and we'll continue to do that for a while now through various different keys. And that's where we've started that journey, so now we're on the next step. You're not listening to single notes and roots anymore, you're listening to roots and thirds. And as I keep explaining, that's going to help your ear start to understand how chords are structured and built and where all the harmonies are. It's just a gigantic building block. You really want to understand and be very clear about major and minor thirds. As a singer, it's one of the greatest things to do. Just be able to harmonize a third above or a third below anything that you're singing. And that'll help build that. And it also helps you, again, understand the structure of chords, both major and minor. And actually, all of the chords are stacked in thirds on top of each other. One third above the next third above the next third. And as we get into Listen and Recognize, I'll certainly explain that more fully. But that's what was happening this week, working on the major and minor thirds in the Listen and Recognize. We finished up the head voice exercises, and as I said, heading into the mix exercises now. So just have at it with the mix exercises. These are all good things for you to get involved in. Going to build your voice in wonderful ways. One other exercise I didn't just mention that was also covered last week is challenging the bridge points. And again, that's a great exercise because it's an exercise that starts to take you on vowels, both narrow to wider vowel sounds, and ask you to hold on those notes for longer periods of time in specific areas from the beginning of each of your bridge points, no matter what your voice classification, because I've got it all worked out in the audio CDs. So, again, have at it, keep building, hoping that you're working on these things and starting to understand them. And I'm always asking for the same things here. Talk to me about it. If you have any questions, get on the forum. Let's get on the forum and have a little discussion about anything that's going on. If it's working for you, if it's not working for you. Get involved in the forum. I want to see more people there. And of course, on these wrap-ups, I'm obviously addressing those of you who are on the site who can see all of this material that I'm discussing. But if you're new to this and you're not actually on the site, but you're seeing this news on YouTube and you have a comment, leave us a comment. I'll be very interested. Same thing, if you've got some questions or ideas or thoughts, please leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. And in fact, we'd love to have you just go ahead and take the free membership and jump up there and sign up to the free membership and check out the site a little further. And I'm sure you'll learn plenty. We are really working on quality lessons here. I'm not looking for hype as much as I'm looking for the long run to really teach people how to sing. And so that's what's happening here at Totally Vocals. We're being very sincere about what we're doing, and we're really working on giving you quality lessons that cover the subjects that everybody's really interested in. And of course, everybody wants to strengthen their voice and learn how to go from one part of their range to another, or even understand what that all means. And those types of lessons are here. We also have these great lessons that are all about breakdowns, and that means that we take songs and break them down and then give you specific ideas about how to make it through the song and sing the song correctly. I had somebody make a comment not too long ago that I loved because I thought it just nailed it and hit it on the head. It's important that we do both things. You have to learn how to sing songs. And if you just practice scales and exercises and never learn how to apply these scales and exercises to the songs, well, then you're still not there. It would be like a guitar player always learning how to play chords and always learning how to play scales, but never ever being taught a song, ever. Well, they're going to learn how to play the guitar, but they're going to learn a lot more by using songs as part of their journey towards becoming a better guitar player. So, or a violinist or whatever. I think you get my point. It's the same thing with singing. You've got to learn about technique and understand all of these topics that we're talking about and build your voice, and there's a certain amount of physical exercise to get involved in your muscle memory, but you still have to apply this to songs. Well, we've got all of this on the site, so come on over, check us out, leave us a comment, all of these things. Anyway, I think that wraps up the news. I will see you guys in May next week.